Let's get into the theories of repressed memory today. Originally proposed but later abandoned by Sigmund Freud, repressed memory is a pretty controversial issue. Freud first claimed that some traumatic events are blocked from the conscious mind and relegated to the unconscious. It's most often associated with traumatic childhood memories, shocking or painful things that happened in childhood. According to the theory, the memory is stored in the unconscious part of the mind, completely outside of the awareness of the conscious mind. Several brain processes have been suggested in an effort to explain how the suppression of memories occurs. One is that the production of cortisol by the brain during times of intense stress may induce amnesia of the traumatic event. In other words, the brain releases cortisol to make you forget the ordeal. Although it is well documented that people may forget trauma, repressed memories are unique in that they can later be recovered. Now, the recovery of these so-called repressed memories may be accomplished through a type of therapy known as recovered memory therapy. Often, a person seeks therapy due to a spontaneous recovery of a partial memory of the event. In any case, the therapist may take a number of approaches to recover a memory. These may include hypnotism, dream therapy, in which the patient's dreams are analyzed for signs of repressed trauma, or age regression, during which the patient is guided to recall events that occurred very early in their childhood. Yes, Tyler?
Has recovered memory theory been proven as fact? You said it's controversial, so is it accepted among the scientific and medical community?
Well, that's an excellent question, and like many theories in psychology, it's difficult to study objectively. Psychology is considered by some to be a so-called soft science, meaning it studies things like mental processes, emotion, personality, and behavior. However, that doesn't mean that psychology shouldn't be considered a credible and valuable science. Now, where was I? Oh, yes. Is recovered memory theory accepted? Well, there has been some pretty significant evidence to disprove or at least cast significant doubt on the theory of repressed memories. Many studies of known trauma victims failed to find any evidence of repressed memories. Even worse, some recovered memory therapy techniques such as hypnosis have resulted in the implantation of false memories. When recovered memory therapy was practiced on a wider scale, literally thousands of people supposedly recovered memories of abuse. Many of these memories were later found to be false and thought to have actually been implanted by the therapists.
But why would professionals want to implant memories of abuse in their patients, especially when they could cause such problems for them and their families?
Well, I doubt it was done maliciously by most therapists. Perhaps those therapists believed so much in the therapy that they inadvertently planted the thoughts in the minds of their patients. It's impossible to say, but you're absolutely correct. Lives were ruined in these cases. And inevitably, the question of who should be responsible presents itself. But in psychology, where so many practices are based on scientifically disprovable theories, who, if anyone, is responsible? The case of repressed memories is only one example of a practice that ultimately proved to be ineffective, if not harmful. Let's not forget treatments like holding therapy, a physically aggressive technique once widely used with children with attachment disorder, in which the child was held against his or her will for a specified period of time. Now, for next class, I'd like you to research a case of repressed and recovered memory and formulate an opinion on whether they exist. Remember, there are no wrong answers. We'll discuss your thoughts next class.